Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your girl, The Sin Show, and you are now watching Heal Thy Co. Welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome. For those of you guys who are new, I pull three cards. We address personal traumas by answering the following questions: what mom told me, or maybe what she never told me, what dad will never know, and what I know to be true. So as I start to shuffle, I will let you know that when I started this for myself, I was obviously addressing my own parents, but I am aware that if you are watching this, you may not have grown up with your own parents. You may have grown up with other people who fed you. And what I mean by fed you is that they also gave you their traumas and or might have caused traumas. And we grew up now in our adult years living with those traumas, dealing with those traumas, and also being a trauma martyr, if you want to call it that. Now, the reason why I put those three questions out is because, again, these were my parents, and it is no shade to our parents. Our parents are the first people to show us, not just be our caretaker, but to give us what we need and also to be our provider and our protector and everything else in between. Sorry, y'all. But sometimes, so what tends to happen is that we also are taking or we're being gifted or given other traumas. So, first card, self respect. What mom told me about self respect, or maybe what she never told me about self respect. What dad will never know about self respect, and what I know to be true about self respect. That's the first card. Think about who in your life could have not given you that. What do you now know to be true? As I'm shuffling again, I encourage you to find a journal or write these down in a journal. Open up a notepad either on your iPad, your laptop, your phone, and you will address that question, that topic. Next card, pain and heartache. What mom told me about pain and heartache. Ooh, throat chakra. Or maybe what she never told me about pain and heartache. What dad will never know about pain and heartache. And what I now know to be true, what I know to be true about pain and heartache. That's number two. Guys, we're going somewhere with this. Self-respect, pain and heartache. If you feel me, talk, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Okay. It's like lower. Yes, today's shirt. Do not forget to live. Don't forget to live, y'all. Don't forget to live. You know what? I'm gonna give you, looks like there's two. So I'm gonna give you both. First one that came out, excuse me, self-reflection. Self-reflection, what mom told me about self-reflection, or maybe what she never told me about self-reflection. What dad will never know about self-reflection, and what I now know to be true about self-reflection. And the other card that came out was Words of Affirmations. Words of Affirmations. Now, this is really coming from the four love languages. If you guys are aware of that book, there are four different love languages. One of them is this. Then there's also quality time, there's gifts, and I think acts of service, and maybe one more. But when we're talking about words of affirmations, these are self-serving. These are words that give us life. They give us life. They validate us. They give us security when we are feeling insecure, right? So those are the cards that have come out. And I find it also interesting, y'all. We got self and self again. We're looking at the self. So let's go back. Self-respect, pain and heartache. self-reflection, words of affirmation. So let's talk about the trauma. Jeez Louise, sorry guys. Let's talk about the trauma. Pain, heartache, self-respect, self-reflection, words of affirmation. What mom told me about these things, or maybe what she never told me about these things. I'm going to say for myself, words of affirmation, what mom told me. Um, actually, it's more like what she did not tell me, because that's also something that I did not know that, and she did not know. So we both did not know. I believe truly that as I look at my mom's love language, it is gifts. Most definitely, my mother loves gifts, but she does also love the appreciation. She does love words of affirmation. She likes to be appreciated, you know, and especially because she is an Aries, she's an overgiver too, right? Um, but I can definitely also say that with self respect, one thing that I did get to see my mother do was leave an abusive relationship. You know, she didn't have to tell me, she showed me, she showed us what it's like when you must get out, when you need to take care of you, take care of your babies. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve to go through that. And you also don't deserve to um, allow your children to then become the new benefactors of that energy. You know what I mean? Such a funny thing how it ties into pain and heartache. When we think about relationships, especially intimate relationships, all of these are so integrated. We think about the pain and the heartache of something that didn't work in the relationship. We think about what we thought we should have done, we could have done, and we didn't. We think about what we caused or what they caused. We think about the accountability factor. Or I don't even think sometimes we don't think about it, child. What am I talking about? We probably don't. And we should. Right. But when it comes also down to, do we know ourselves? Do we know our partners? Are we even looking at them? And what is their love language? How are they really talking to me? What do they really need from me? What do they want from me? And do I have the capacity to give? Have I even done any self-reflection? Have I done any self-reflection in my life where I've addressed the pain and the heartache, where I've stepped up in my own oneness right now, where I've stepped into myself, where I've paid attention when God was like, I need you to get up. I need you to get the fuck up. I know God's not swearing, but low key, I think sometimes God's like, yo, get up, get up. Feel me? I've watched you. I heard you. The same prayer, the same thing. But when are you going to get up? When are you going to respect yourself? When are you going to get out? When are you going to get on? When are you going to get off? What do you know to be true? Maybe you watched somebody in your family or somebody around you who didn't have enough self respect, who felt like they just couldn't leave. They couldn't stop. They couldn't go into themselves. They just were too afraid to address what they went through that got them to this place where they had no choice but to look, but to address it because they were filled with so much of this. So put these words down in your journals And let's address these because it's going to go deeper than just mom and dad. It's going to go deeper than cousin. It's going to go deeper than uncle and aunties and everybody. It's going to go deeper than even the friends who were like our sisters and our big brothers. It's going to go deep. It's going to come back to you. It's always going to come back to you. Today is the day of self-reflection. Mm? So take your time. Take your time. Take your time. So with that being said, we put now these four to bed, and we will not address these until the end if we ever get there. Hopefully we don't have to. But guys, that is today's video. If you are feeling this vibration, I encourage you to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, be a part of this growing community. Do this as part of your 90 days if you are locked in, which is now we're actually now looking at 60 days, okay? But those of you guys who've been doing this since I came back on the platform again, and you're actually doing it, give me a purple heart. Oh no, give me a pink heart. Give me a pink heart. Let me know that this is what you're into and this is a part of your 90 days. And not only are you probably losing weight or you're starting a new business or you're on YouTube doing your own channel, expressing yourself, or whatever it is you're doing, you're in your space of healing. You're moving, you're creating, you're living, you are on purpose. Um, Proud of you. And for all of you guys who are new, I'm proud of you too, because you actually made it to the end of this video, and that lets me know you're intrigued. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm probably going to put a few more of these so that I can get them out to you guys. And I love y'all and peace.